Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the North American Pro League. I'm Jim and Esso. Joining me in the hot seat is PDG. We've had a casting change. And it's not PDG. It's still Barlin. I'm just kidding with you.
Barlin.
But, guys, we're back here with the second set of matches for today. We've got compLexity up against Winterfox. Barl, you saw some action in the North American Pro League already.
Yep.
How does this one shape up for you? I do believe they're going to be going live shortly, so we've got to make it brief. But
look, super excited to be covering Winterfox, of course, Australian team over in North America, or North American team with Australians, but over in North America, you know, doing work, representing all Australians back home here, and of course, Cole, a team that's, or at least an organisation that's been around since forever, basically, all iterations of 1.6 and source and stuff like that. So I'm really excited for this matchup. Both teams looking to fight. I believe Winterfox can still somehow fight their way into finals. I think they'd have to win every game from here on out.
Look, realistically, they want to prove themselves anyway.
Yeah,
because of their inclusion in the Pro League.
Yeah.
But these guys really want to be the best, and it's got to start somewhere. So Winterfox will be looking to try and take this match. We saw compLexity yesterday in their games against Liquid. They started really well, but from there they sort of just started to fizzle away.
Yeah.
Team Liquid really got a roll on. I think the first matchup, compLexity really started to bring it to Team Liquid.
Yeah.
But on Mirage, the CT side just started to roll away. So compLexity be looking for redemption.
It's worth worth pointing out that as soon as we get the result for that train match as well, between
the last match, CLG
the last match,
United.
Yep, between CLG and United, we will let you guys know it was Medic. I'm not sure what they've done. Basically, we don't. They play out the final rounds without us there. So
yeah, so we won't be seeing the match update there, but they are going live into the pistol. We'll bring you the updates as they come, guys. So around this. A straight up B rush coming out from Winterfox as they do hit here. Uber, they haven't checked him out, but doesn't matter anyway. He takes out frag. It's back to a 3 versus 2 as Winterfox charge their way onto this bomb site. They know where the rotation is coming from, and they're going to hold up here. And look at compLexity, just changing their position. They've taken contact short. Oh. Great shot there from Ofnu, finding the frag, and now all to do for Android here in this 3 versus 1. They know where he is, and smartly, they're not picking at him.
Yeah, they're going to make him work for this one. Not going to give him anything for free as he tries to open up an angle. One of these remaining terrorists, he will find Zusi. For Dexter now as well on that bridge, but he's running out of time. The smoke will go down. Oh, the engagement with Dexter, but he's going to have to reload there. Unable to get it done with the bullets he has left, and he was running out of time either way. So Winterfox trade their way into that B bomb site rather efficiently and are able to secure the pistol round, their T-side pistol round here, and get off to the start they'd be looking for.
Fantastic start there from Winterfox. Really took everyone by surprise with that B rush, and despite getting 2 entry frags, Winterfox were too strong on those trades and forced their way in. And now on the anti-eco round, heading towards that B bomb site again. Heavy concentration SMGs. Imagine heading in with that MAC-10. Going to try and clear some out, but Molotov just clears toxic barrels. And just along the troll bridge there, APOC takes one, looking for that second as well. SMG is going to work. They will get the plant here. Scout resistance here from Uber, looking for a frag. Might be able to find one. Doesn't actually get anyone but APOC, who's taken a little bit of damage. But imagine in a very forward position. compLexity made a really early call here to save.
Yeah, well, they bought into that round, Jim. With a couple of scouts, you will see CZ and Head Armor there on Ape as well. So they did invest into it, and they've been able to really create the frags they would have been looking for. Ofnu there will find Def. So there's one of the scouts down. And Emag working up long here. The poor CTs are about to get encroached, and there it is. APOC and Emag chime in on both those last kills, managing to secure them with those SMGs. So that's going to help the economy here, and Winterfox successfully navigate that force buy. And we should see compLexity here go for a full eco, I'd imagine.
Really farming that money with Winterfox, making it worth their while. They've got cash out the wazoo, but they're maintaining those MAC-10s as well. They've only got that 1 AK on Dexter, so he's going to be the one tasked with just overwatching his teammates. But a very slow spread coming out from Winterfox. They've hit the B bomb site quite early on, but compLexity stacking toilets with heavy concentration P250 on Uber and Def, but they might walk into a bit of a trap here. Imagine if he's not careful. just get taken out instantaneously.
Yep. Cole there. Gate crash in EMAG at party. And Ofnu, though, will get that bomb down towards B, and that information that EMAG would have collected means that we'll be pretty aware of a potential heavy rotate coming in through short or monster here. Ofnu slow things up there with that Molotov. And I think they're actually trying to set up a boost here in short as Zusi is going hunting for these frags with that SMG. He will find the first one under Surreal as well. Now Android, some brutal flash there. Oh, gets a lot of damage though to Zusi and will be supported well there by Uber.
Oh no, it's falling to pieces.
They're going back and forth there, aren't they?
Wow. Getting some decent exit frags here, compLexity, making it somewhat expensive for the terrorists. But it doesn't matter anyway. They've used those SMGs to farm. Ofnu and Dexter both survive. And Winterfox bring up their third round. Gun round coming out. Not surprising to see Surreal on that AWP. He's been absolutely fantastic for them and really thrives on that CT side. Overpass is a map where you can utilize any choke point he wishes, move that AWP around, and try and take Winterfox by surprise.
Absolutely, and we are going to see pretty standard defense coming out here from compLexity, opting for two players, semi-aggressive towards that toilet area of A early, trying to find that information or any kind of intel they can for their team. Meanwhile, though, they will have three towards that B bomb site. Winterfox, though, also very passive in the way they're approaching this round. Three players staying together towards the playground area, while they'll also have EMAG, and I believe that is Dexter, lurking towards the B bomb site. Shots will be exchanged there between Uber and Dexter, but it's all a ruse as this bomb is definitely making its way towards that A bomb site. Def needs to be careful here that he isn't caught out in that toilet section.
He's a long way from home, but Surreal takes that shot, and you can see Def is just still isolated, but he's going to try and bide his time here. APOC. Oh, it doesn't go down with that knife. Just the drawing of that knife. Oh, no. Sound cue giving him away, but APOC takes the slash anyway. And good position here. Surreal actually picks up the trade onto APOC, so numbers are back on equal pegging, but a little bit of a scare there, no doubt, for Winterfox as they make their way through. Def had a lot of information, but despite that, compLexity haven't rotated as Surreal finds another frag. Ofnu with that trade instantaneously. Now it's back to a 3 versus 3. They're going to hit this A-bomb site. Oh, Ofnu with a frag there. A second frag entry onto that A-bomb site. Bomb will be planted, and now it's on compLexity for this retake.
Absolutely. Ofnu doing work there on that A-site take. And now the CT's looking to double up this retake through bank, or have they thought twice about it? No, they're going to go through stairs, trying to find that opening pick. Will take a lot of damage there from EMAG. EMAG will drop that grenade. Doesn't quite land on its target, but crucially, it's made compLexity think twice about this potential retake, and they're going to look to try and save these weapons. Yeah,
they will try and save that weapon there. Android quite low. Dexter is in a pursuit, so he might be able to cut them off, but I think he's heard them. Will he find that frag? Oh, so close. But compLexity really needs to try and save the weaponry here. Dexter's cornered them, does take down Android. Not able to take down Uber, though. He will save his Colt, and compLexity in a bit of trouble at the moment with their economy. Only Uber being able to afford anything because obviously saving it out, but Def has bought a CZ to support. They're just trying to keep their money around that 2K mark, allow that money bonus to try and top them back up after this round, but compLexity needs to start going on this CT side overpass. Otherwise, they're going to find themselves in a fair amount of trouble.
Absolutely, and I do believe this is compLexity's map pick too. And Dust 2 is the second map, which would be Winterfox's.
I believe so. I have to quickly.
I think that's correct. As we. Okay, so this is compLexity's pick. So Winterfox starting very well here on the T side of Overpass. Applying a lot of pressure to compLexity as EMAG somehow craters himself. That might have been a 1G.
No.
Not too sure what happened there, but Uber, Ape, and Surreal here are still up, and they're looking for some exit frags here.
Ofnu lurking his way through the mid connector there, able to find Uber. Not aware that someone was in that position so late in the round. Surreal with the one tap onto Dexter takes him down, but not able to claim that gun. He will try potentially to go and collect it. Surreal will be mollied off, so they will protect that weaponry quite well here, Winterfox. They're not letting compLexity have anything in this round, and if Surreal and Ape don't get going, they maybe a little bit too close to this bomb. Ape, the only one able to get anything because he had that armor. So we'll collect that AK. Positives there, but compLexity now will start to get themselves into this match, trying to get that AWP onto Real.
So I'm just hearing there, CLG will beat E United on train 16-14, or they have, yes.
This isn't a magic crystal ball that we're rubbing and getting the results. And
so no, CLG have beaten E United 16-14 on train. So they will take that that train series and the best of two series, or two best of ones.
Yep. But we will have a gun round coming out here with compLexity and Winterfox. Surreal again with that AWP. Winterfox very, very slow in their approach, but they have taken control of that mid connector there. EMAG just taking charge of that area. compLexity, very passive at the moment. They do have players situated in forward positions up mid, but they're not getting a lot of information. So there is just a nice even spread of Ts across the map. They're just trying to see if they can open up with a pick. This is a nice default coming out from Winterfox.
Absolutely. Winterfox in the driver's seat at the moment. 5-0 lead here, and compLexity really going to try and make this buy round work for them. Surreal with that AWP towards the A bomb site. It's going to have to come up big for his team, as Winterfox are doing a very good job here at getting a lot of territory. Uber, though, aware of Dexter's positioning, able to step and take care of that kill. So number advantage will go the way of compLexity early in this round, but that's prompted Winterfox to regroup here towards the B bomb site.
The rotation will come through as well, but Offnu takes down two. He's been taken down with that bomb, and now here's the sight hole coming out from compLexity. They've managed to reel it back to a 3 versus 3 with Ape eventually going down there, and now all on Def and Surreal. They tried to get that boost, and Def takes a little bit of damage, but now if Surreal can find a pick to open things back up, they do still stand a realistic chance of retaking. Time is on their side. They're first on the scene as that bomb gets planted, so it's not a question of whether they will make the timer, it's a question of whether they'll make the frags.
Absolutely, and they will get that first frag on a Zeusy, turn it back into a 2v2 situation. Surreal. WP can't find that frag on APOC. APOC will get a double kill there. So Winterfox move further ahead in this game, and compLexity yet to trouble the scoreboard yet.
They're not really troubling the scoreboard just yet at all. They will not take that AWP despite having it down there APOC, so they're still opting for 5 rifles and a very mobile and quick setup. I think that's the best thing about having 5 rifles in this instance. compLexity are forcing into this though. They've got Desert Eagles, that's Scout, and CZ on Uber, so they're going to try and make something out of this round. Winterfox heading towards that playground. Will not encounter anyone just yet, but they're trying to take a lot of territory quite quickly. You can see them moving through along quite fast and not really slowing up at all, so quite concentrated there.
Yeah, and this looks like it could pay off for him here, as compLexity opting to stack 4 players towards that B bomb site. The smokes and the Molotov here from Offnu coming out underway now, so I'd expect to see that excuse me, I'd expect to see that followed up rather quickly. And it will be. The full rotate is going to come in from the B bomb side as well from the CTs, as the defending players on A have fallen back, opting to go for a retake play here. And Surreal does open things up on the APOC. Zeusy does trade back with a double kill though, as the smokes do go down to try and split this bomb site in half, make the retake a little bit easier. It's definitely all in favor of Winterfox at the moment.
All in favor of Winterfox, but a lot of work to do here for compLexity. They can try and get themselves a weapon, but Zeusy is just going ham here from Optimus on the 4K already, looking to see if he can find that 5th and final kill onto 8. They have an idea of where he is, but not aggressively pushing for him at the moment. They don't want to give him anything. Dexter takes the final frag, and that is an easy 7-0 to Winterfox. So they're looking quite strong on their T half of Overpass. Surprising, given that this was Winterfox's, compLexity's pick.
Yeah, look, definitely with you there. Winterfox on their T side so far look very dominant in the way that they're approaching this. They seem to be well practiced on this map, so I wouldn't, I mean, even though, yeah, it is compLexity's map pick, Winterfox showing they're no slouches on this map. compLexity now, with this buy, going to have to pull something out because they need to trouble the scoreboard. They need to find a round here, as Winterfox is very methodical in the way they approach this. Dexter will work up short early. He's actually going to go for that peak as well, so Does spot out the first player. Can't make that frag work though. Android will get that. Emag is able to trade back on the def, so it will be a 4v4 situation once again early in this round. Terrace though not looking to capitalize on any of that too early. Quite content with letting the CTs re-rotate.
Good flash there. Stops Surreal from getting an opening pick, but he's fallen back into that A-bomb site, and Emag actually catches him out, completely unaware that that angle was exposed, and now Ape tries to get the drop onto Emag, does a little bit of damage, but Winterfox advancing towards this A-bomb site quite quickly, looking for an opening again onto the site. The rotation coming through from the B-bomb site holders. Ape working his way around that smoke, might be able to find a frag here, but that is a frag to him. Zusi goes down, Ofnu trades him out, and Emag has position to take it and open it up even further, this A-bomb site, all now on Uber. Uber is caught in that rotation whirlpool and will slowly make his way towards the A-bomb site, but I don't think there's a lot he can do here.
No, there really isn't. He's given away his position now as well. He'll cop a grenade as he tries to make his way out of the site. He's going to look to try and save this M4 in his kit as well. Oh, I don't think he wanted to drop there though.
No, that's not part of the plan.
That's a long way around. That's not very quick. And he's going to run into Ofnu there, and he will lose that M4. Winterfox really putting on the old foot on the throat here, making compLexity work very hard to try and trouble the scoreboard on their CT side. compLexity does have a little bit of money going into this round. Yeah, looks like they're going to opt to buy into it. A couple of UMPs, the AWP on Ape, and very minimal utility though, Jim.
Very minimal utility, but that's because their money situation is not fantastic. They've just been bullied a lot by Winterfox at the moment. Winterfox, again, heavy concentration towards B. Perhaps that recognition that they're quite low on utility to be able to defend this site. And now they're going to try and open it up once more. Now Uber does go down. APOC again has just been lethal on these entries. Looking for another frag. Surreal does also fall. Dexter finds Android, and now it's only Def here. He's the first on the scene to arrive. Needs to find some more frags though, but that Molotov is just going to push him well back. And I don't think they're interested in going for this at the moment. Ape is just sitting well away from the action towards that A-bomb site. So they're going to try and reunite and hold on to their weaponry once again. This is familiar territory for compLexity. They haven't had anything go their way.
Yeah, look, they just can't seem to find the trades in their favor. They just can't seem to. So when Winterfox decide to push onto a site, they always have one or two players that are able to find a double kill or, back up an entry with a second. And compLexities don't have that full in their favor at the moment, but they need to do something here as they're about to be down 9-0 on the CT side of their Overpass, which is their map pick. And I mean, at what point do you just start full-on stacking sites and taking those gamble plays?
Not only that, too, we haven't really seen a variation from compLexity at all in terms of aggression. They've been quite happy to sit passive, let Winterfox take control of areas like mid connector and whatnot. They haven't really shown any forward aggression at all. Surreal, though, is changing it up. He's taking that AWP towards playground. Might be able to find an opening pick. Doesn't hit that shot, though, so he will have to fall back a little bit, but I like the initiative because it's something that they haven't been able to do. I would have liked to have seen some more aggression down that mid connector. They haven't had control of that all map compLexity, and they've just allowed Imagine to sit and lurk in there quite effectively. But Surreal now is the only one on this A-bomb site. He's tasked with getting all the information. They've stacked 4 members towards that B-bomb site.
I don't mind this, Jim. Surreal with that AWP can get that information, and due to the short rotation time from B-bomb side onto the A-bomb side, he should be able to, if he keeps played forward and doesn't give up his life, should be able to get that information for an early rotate. Meanwhile, though, if it is a B-bomb side hit, which it has been recently, they're now able to bolster that defense and not let it fall so easily. So I don't mind this from compLexity.
There's a bit better. There's a recognition that there is a real favoritism towards that B-bomb site, but Winterfox haven't had too much trouble getting onto either bomb site, to be fair. So the stack at the moment has been broken apart, and they're going to head back towards this A-bomb site. Concentration 2 players sitting in that A-bomb site, but just once again, Dexter is trying to open something up. Does get down Def, but they're going to head back towards the B-bomb site. So they've head back down connector, and this is where compLexity have to hold tight. Ofnu getting taken down. This is a better hold here from compLexity. Time is running out now for Winterfox, and they didn't really sell the fake at all. Zusi is just the only one left at the A-bomb site. If you can do a bit of damage and maybe could collect Surreal, this could spell disaster for the economy.
100%. That kill under Surreal, leaving compLexity with only 2 players after winning this round, as well as losing the AWP. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
It will hurt.
The next round.
And it has hurt. You can see their economy isn't able to cover any of those losses. That was their first round win, so there is a real chance here that compLexity either take heavy losses or a round loss. They're going to be reset again, and that's disaster for their CT-sided half. This is supposed to be the favoured half on Overpass, and really struggling at the moment.
Winterfox, though, have no trouble buying into this round, as we will see. Some utility going out there towards the aggressive CT players, towards A side, in fact. Trades going back and forth here, though. Winterfox will end up on the advantageous side with 3 players still alive, flooding towards this A bomb site. The rotation is coming in, though. And Android will be there just in time to try and prevent the plant, but he's going to have to fall back and wait for his teammate to regroup with him, as the bomb will go down on this A bomb site, and it will be a 2v3 retake.
Some decent utility kits and weaponry on compLexity. They're going to go for this as well. They've already lost that 3rd member, so even if they do manage to win this, it's going to be tough for them. Winterfox all readjusting their post-plant positions, going towards that mid, so planted for them. They need to be well aware of the potential. The smokes are going to come out from compLexity, so they're going to try and get someone on this bomb defuse after they draw out. Oh, off-nu gets one. Very low through the smoke here. Android, single HP, and now he tries to fall away, but he won't get anywhere. Zeusy takes him down, and well played there from Winterfox. It looked a little hairy there for them, but that readjustment on the post-plant position allowed them to easily win that round.
Look, dire straits here for compLexity, as their economy has just been broken again off the back of winning that round before and then losing that round just there. And there's a real prospect of a 14-1 coming out this half.
It's not a great prospect.
No, it's not. Not if you're compLexity. Look, I hope that doesn't happen. I hope they can find a way to secure a few more CT-sided rounds here. But it's very difficult at the moment for compLexity, as the B site, bomb site, will be getting struck once again. Def, though, with a great frag there on the off-nu, able to collect that AK as well. But meanwhile, his teammates on this B bomb site have fallen around him. It will be a 2v4 retake. Make that a 1v4 retake, as Zeusy will take care of Def, and it's just Surreal now. With that P250, no utility, no armor. I mean, he's going to look to maybe try and get a frag here on an exiting player, collect a gun, but even that on a map like Overpass can be very difficult, as Dexter will take care of Surreal. Winterfox move to 11-1 on their T side.
And looking so comfortable as well. I think that's the most important thing to note, is the fact that Winterfox have looked really comfortable in these rounds. A lot of them haven't even come down to 1vX situations. They've essentially always had that number advantage and maintained that number advantage in a lot of these rounds. So it's been so convincing for Winterfox that, again, they haven't had to rely that much on individual skill and smarts and timings at the end of the round. They've been quite content and winning them without too much of a fuss. So this is troubling for compLexity. They haven't even been able to trade down.
And they are looking to stack towards that B bomb site once again. Only leaving Surreal towards A, and he's floating around toilets with nothing more than a 5-7. So he does have a kit, though, so that could prove crucial if compLexity are able to secure this round. Meanwhile, Winterfox, very patient in their approach here, clearing out all the corners, all the potential goblin spots as they make their way through A. Starting to pick up the pace now, and they need to be careful here, because Surreal is floating around that smoke with that 5-7. If he gets close range with that thing, it can be absolutely brutal. There was his opportunity. off-nu, though, able to get that done with the AK, and that is going to cause the rotate to come out of B. And with these reshuffling CTs, there's opportunities here for Winterfox.
A little bit of nervousness out of compLexity, over-rotating already after a frag in the toilet. So they've already got members on that A bomb site now, so we will have Winterfox pressuring that B bomb site. Dexter finds a frag on Uber, who had been isolated. The team had rotated back towards A, and now Dexter takes a bit of damage there as Android manages to find him. So Android will just be holding things down whilst the rotation comes through, but Ape is quite low, so this is a difficult post-plant retake now for compLexity, given that Android has just taken, been taken out.
Crucially, though, look at this lurk coming in from Zeusy here. I don't think compLexity are going to have any idea that he is actually coming in from behind him, but he is actually still a fair way away, so he won't actually get to play a role in that. off-nu, APOC, able to hold down that B bomb site, and we will move to 12-1 here. compLexity, once again, have no money to buy into this round, and Yeah, it's looking pretty grim at the moment for poor compLexity.
And just popping in for a chat there on Def. Does get taken down quite quickly. It's an Aussie thing, a cuppa in a chat. But they are very much lacking rounds here at the moment, compLexity. Winterfox have again grouped up quite well. The CZ and weaponry option is about all compLexity can do. Armor, utility. They're just going to try and overwhelm their opposition. But again, they haven't really changed things up at all. Again, they've surrendered control of that mid connector to Winterfox. They haven't changed things up at all. There's been no aggression. There's been no fast-paced taking of, for example, dirty water or anything like that.
It's almost like, you know, in that bot prac where you like place players in different like areas across the map as you're practicing your. That's kind of what Cole are doing at the moment. They're sort of standing there. It's like, yeah, I'll stand here after or I'll stand there. And Winterfox are just running out and having their way, as we see right here. Winterfox will get the opening 4 frags and be up in a 4v1 situation.
You've been casting with PDG a bit, taking on those savage tendencies. But you're right. compLexity at the moment are doing nothing different. And it's like banging your head against the wall and expecting a different result. They haven't changed anything at all. So why should they expect anything different to occur in these rounds? The defaults haven't been working. They need to change things up. Ape is trying to stay alive here. He won't be able to. 13 on the score. As we said, it's looking quite grim. The Reaper stands there with his scythe over compLexity in this first half. Yeah. And they have, as expected, a Whitlam sampler of a buy coming out in this round. Mag 7's double scout and famous UMP. I'd like to see them at least attempt to change something.
Yeah, hopefully with this buy, particularly with that Mag 7 and some of those SMGs, it promotes Cole to get a little bit more aggressive, as we will see Surreal actually get into the con here. Play a little bit more up close and personal. He will be supported by a teammate, but not for long, as Def actually disappears. And there it is, Surreal will open things up on the Dexter.
And a decent opening too. They, for the first time in a long time, find the opening pick as well. Surreal actually falls back through that connector through B because his team didn't have that position to support him in mid at all. So quite a smart decision to rotate there. They will consolidate with that man advantage. Go back towards the A-bomb site and we'll try and hold here. But Winterfox are grouped up towards toilets, clearing things out, getting territory. They don't necessarily have to commit to a site here. They recognize that. Surreal nearly gets picked here. Tries to take the long-range fight with that UMP. Probably not the smartest move he's made in this round after he's done so well to open things up. He lets that ledger be squared.
Yeah, and Def there also going for a peek. He'll be punished for it. Ape needs to try and find this frag. He needs to make it work. He does on the first one. Will get traded out by APOC though. And he's going to leave his teammates now in a 2v3 retake situation into this A-bomb site. Crucially though,
no kits.
No kits. And EMAG is a long way from sight watching that flank. So he'll give that information to his teammates soon that there's nothing coming from behind and that both these players are likely to be retaking from CT. Nice flash coming in there to delay this retake, but with a Mag 7 and a scout, this is as difficult as it comes though. Uber will find that frag onto APOC. He's going to go for a jumping scout pick. The smoke goes down. Android actually finds EMAG as well, and Uber onto Offnu.
It's a 10-second defuse.
Have they left themselves enough time with this?
It's going to be very close.
I think they have. I think they've got this. Yeah, they have. So.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, no. I jinxed it.
Literally about half a second off there. So I knew that was going to be close, but 14-1 the score. It is very, very grim here for compLexity. They haven't done enough on their CT side quite clearly. You don't get 14-1 scorelines by doing enough, but they will be forced to try and climb the Counter-Strike equivalent of Mount Everest.
Yeah, look.
Difficult, but doable.
Doable. Definitely doable. There's always a chance. And it is going to be a rather large mountain to climb, and they have to do it one round at a time from this point. But I really think this is too much for them.
No, that's right. Then, in fact, they're not even hesitating to get into the second half here. They will be almost immediately starting back up. So we will jump back into that one. But Bal, Winterfox, a lot of importance placed in this pistol here from a compLexity perspective. What do compLexity need to do other than win?
Well, I mean,
click heads.
They see click heads really well. They need to win. There's no other option. They can't afford to drop any rounds here. Flashes will come out. Uber needs to win this exchange, but he's not going to. APOC will find that frag. Def does trade back on the Zusi, but EMAG with that USP from that long-range position. And look at these rotates coming in. The B-bomb side is about to be completely surrounded from all retake points. And what compLexity need to do here is hit shots like that, as Def will find one. But Offnu gets two, and there it is. APOC with the third. Winterfox will move to match point here. And the 16-1 is looking very real.
That's the problem with not giving yourself enough wiggle room with that. Well, I wouldn't even call it a first half, really, from compLexity. They were completely absent at all. There is an APB out for them currently. And they bought what they can into this round. Tech-9s and armor, utility. The positive for them was they did get that plant, so that will afford them some utility. But they're going to head towards this B-bomb site here. Heavy concentration coming out quite quickly, so Winterfox are going to be called into action.
Yeah, Winterfox are going to be called into action onto this B-bomb site as the Tech-9 buy actually groups up here towards water, so they are trying to push in on that flash. The smoke goes down for the molly, but this is going to be an absolute meat grinder, and there we have it, people.
That is the game.
Winterfox will win compLexity's map. Overpass was compLexity's map, 16-1.
That is pretty much it. There wasn't too much to write home from compLexity's standpoint. We saw so much better from them yesterday against Team Liquid. Obviously, it was a different map. Mirage was the map, and they started quite well on their CT side. But here, they showed absolutely nothing at all on their CT side of Overpass.
Well, I mean, I think it's, I don't think they're in any risk of being relegated. So it could be, and I know they can't make the finals. So they're in that part of the happy medium where potentially they're trying out maps like weaker maps of theirs, like Overpass, testing new stuff perhaps. I'm not sure, because we know compLexity can play better than what we just saw then, and unfortunately for them, they weren't able to pull it together in that match. So Winterfox will get that win there, 16-1, but there will be a second map here.
There will be a second map, and hopefully compLexity can turn up for that one, because Winterfox's pick is coming up next. But, well, thankful to be here at the ESL Pro League. We were casting it here from our little studio in Australia, so fantastic to obviously be watching an Australian team as well and tracking their progress overseas. Quite proud of how they're doing, and they're learning quite quickly. So good to see that. compLexity, we expect a little bit better standard from them. We've seen them play so much better, and they know that they can also play to a level that is far greater than what they displayed there. But the next map coming up is going to be an interesting one. Dust 2. Yeah,
Dust 2. Winterfox's pick. So off the back of that, the confidence that Winterfox will have, and I mean, we know that that team is very much a confidence team, very much a momentum team. When players like your Offnus and your APOCs and things like that can build up, get the tail feathers up and things like that, they can dismantle oppositions. So I feel like going into this next map, they'll be feeling good, and I'd expect them to close it out 2-0. Hope to see more from compLexity though than just one round. Hopefully they can prove me wrong here.
Hopefully they can get their tail feathers up, show those tail feathers. # extreme for Nelly. But guys, we'll be taking a short break here, and we'll be joining you for the second map between Winterfox and compLexity. Stick around. I've been Jim Nesso. Joining me has been Still Barlin. We'll be back shortly, guys.